What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, I've been playing a lot of The Binding of Isaac recently. Not really for any reason in particular other than, like, it's been calling me. And it got me thinking. I'm like, what makes me want to play one roguelike over another? Because at the end of the day, they're all pretty similar. It's like you just play a bunch of runs, you get a bunch of different items or things or like whatever, and then like you die or you win, and then you do it again. You do the same thing again. But I find myself going to certain ones over other ones because like that I don't know where I was going with that. Like The Binding of Isaac, I have probably like 250 hours in, which comparatively to some people is not that much, but compared to like other games that I play a lot, it's like pretty similar. But then you've got like Enter the Gungeon, which I've played a few times, but like I never really got into it. I think it's just because I've been so like dead set on Isaac for so long. It's been like actual years at this point. But then I've also played Risk of Rain 2, but I can't play a lot of those runs in a row. It's really draining. Risk of Rain 1 is like the most painful thing ever unless you're goated or just like hate yourself. Then there's Hades, which is on the list, but I haven't actually played that much. Slay the Spire. You got some other ones. You got some weird ones, like you got Balatro. That one's pretty goated, but I could never grind out Balatro. That's just like mind-numbing, and like the challenges to complete Balatro are like crazy. Like, what do you mean you have to use all of the jokers on all of the antis and also do all of the challenge modes on all of the decks? Like, that's just not fun. Like, playing the game itself is fun, but doing all those challenges is not fun. Because like with The Binding of Isaac, I like the end goal is like, you get all the achievements, you unlock all the items, you do all the things that there are to do, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'm done now. Which, by the way, I'm almost at the tainted characters. I've almost gone through all of the normal ones at this point. But, so like, I'm not even really halfway there. But it's like, it's fun. There's only so many things to do in Isaac, but I find myself doing it over and over again because there's something that brings me back. And I was thinking about it. And I think it has to do with whether or not you can just like beat the game if you're like fucking goated, or if you have to be like just like insanely lucky to beat the game. Risk of Rain 2 is not as bad at this, but Risk of Rain 1, if you don't get good items in the first couple stages, you're not winning. You're losing. It's just not happening. You have to have like a good run items wise, otherwise you're just like not winning the game. And that is so frustrating when you put like 30 minutes into a run just for it to end because you got unlucky. Like, it's not even a skill issue. It's just it's like a luck issue. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? So, but in all fairness, if you're playing like Isaac, or also Gungeon's kind of like this, like you could just be like goated at Gungeon, but it's also hard because it's a bullet hell. Like, that's the whole point. So if you're goated, it's just if you're good, it's like, okay, you can do it. But also if you just have like a goated run, that helps a little bit. Same thing with Isaac. Like, you could just like win the game, but good luck just winning the game. It's not really gonna happen. But also, you don't need like insane items to win the game. You could just have like a few good ones, and it's enough to where it doesn't feel like you're in a boss fight for 35 minutes, slowly ticking away at the health bar. But if you're in like Risk of Rain 2, like for Risk of Rain 2, if you get to Mithrix and you don't have good items, how are you doing that? Like, you need movement, otherwise he's just gonna fucking get you. And you need some way to do high damage, or else you're gonna be there forever. He's got so much health, and don't even get me started on if you loop and then you go to him, or you do any of the alt bosses in Risk of Rain 2. Like, come on, you're not doing that without good items. It's just not happening. But so yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that brings me to certain roguelikes over another. It's just if you can just like win the game without having to be insanely lucky. Although, another thing, like one of the reasons I think I go back to Risk of Rain 2 so much is because it looks really good visually. Just like the game itself is just like fun to look at. And also, the soundtrack is goated. So it's just like the atmosphere of the game is just like crazy. There's no reason, there's nothing where you open the game and you're just like, man, I hate looking at this game. Because also like, why would you even play it at that point? Because I know some people hate the way Isaac looks, but like, I think it looks kind of funny. It's just kind of like he's just like a silly little guy. And it's like pixely, and it's like cool. It's like cool indie game. Because like Gungeon's like that too. It's also pixelated, and it's like there's cool little animations, and you're like cool little guys. But I don't think Gungeon looks as cool as Isaac. But Gungeon's designs and like puns and stuff are way funnier than Isaac's. It's just like they're more creative, but also it's like that's not the point of the Binding of Isaac. So like you can't really fault it for that, but you also can't really fault Gungeon for being the way it is, because it's like different goals for different things. Like the games are different. Same thing with like Balatro. It's like it's playing cards. It's kind of cool. The soundtrack is like one song, but that one song is pretty good. It's like a pretty good theme song. It's good enough to where when you hear it on repeat for like an hour at a time, it's not like I'm gonna lose my marbles at this song. Like, but I just think there's so many things that help with replayability in roguelikes, because the whole goal of it is to play the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But the variation is in the items, but also the characters. If the game has like different characters or different modes, perhaps, if we're talking about like Balatro's decks, which is essentially just like a different character if you're comparing it to like all of the other roguelikes that I've listed. There's just like a bunch of different characters, and some of them are like have gimmicks where it's like, oh, the game's really hard now, or oh, the game is like brain dead easy, you just like kind of play the game now. Like if you're playing like a gunslinger running Gungeon, it's like, oh, if you win, this is like if you lose, this is like a major skill issue, like you just suck at the video game. But having a bunch of different characters, I think it gives an incentive to keep playing the game. Because it's like anything else, where if you keep playing the same character over and over again, like even not in a roguelike game, it just gets boring. It's just like, what am I doing? This is the same thing over and over again. But as soon as you add more characters into the mix, it's like, dang. It's like now there's something else to do, more characters to play, more gimmicks to work around. It's just like, it adds a whole new dimension of fun to the experience of like, how do I do this thing that I need to do to get the achievement, or the funny little icon that says, you beat this mode with this guy. It's, yeah. I don't really know where I'm going from this. It's just like, there's certain roguelikes that I find more fun than others. Right now, I've been playing The Binding of Isaac. It's pretty fun. It's also kind of frustrating. And sometimes you get caught in the loop of like, oh, this fucking sucks, I'm gonna just go play a different game. But other times, I don't know. Something to do. Something to do when you have nothing else to do and you have like 30 minutes to kill. Just run a quick one. But also, that's like a lot of games. You could do that with like anything. But if you haven't played a roguelike game before, you should do it, because they're fun and they're cool and they're just like, they don't require that much brain power. It's just like, beep beep boop, single player, mostly single player, beep beep boop, I'm gonna go get them. And then some of them are multiplayer. It's like, I'm gonna go get them with friends, beep beep boop, beep boop. And then it's like you just get them, and it's like, video game, fun video game. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm glad that was it, because my camera just died. God damn it.